117 minutes. That's how much your son's school just added to his screen time for school purposes. This is already on top of the 8 hours and 39 minutes a day the average US student spends on screens for entertainment purposes. That puts us at 10 hours and 36 minutes a day of average screen time, which is going to be about 65% of their waking lives if they're sleeping 8 hours a day, which they're probably not because much of that time they're on their screens. Since 2010, ACT scores have dropped to the lowest in decades. And since 2012, US math scores have dropped to some of the lowest in US history. Of course, the pandemic was a low point in US testing, but current scores are still below pre pandemic levels. So, what happened since 2010? Smartphone adoption has increased by 191%. Before 2010, laptops in schools were rare and experimental. The current situation is that it is the norm for schools to have a one-to-one student-to-device program. Millions of laptops, Chromebooks, iPads have been distributed to students across the US. Of course, test scores aren't the only thing that has suffered, and they're not even the most important. Attention has gone down, sleep deprivation is on the rise, and students are suffering from anxiety, depression, and suicidality. But most important, your parental values are being actively eroded by the apps the students are accessing every day. As parents, you are the consumer. You can do something about this. You can tell the school to remove the devices. Or you can do something even more impactful, which is vote with your feet and move to a different school, a screen-free school. This is the single most important consideration in your child's education. Parents sometimes have a fear that if they complain, their child will experience retaliation on the part of the administration. Now, the funny thing is, it actually works in the opposite way. I have a good friend who I respect very much, who is a virtuous leader, striving to be so at least, and he issued a complaint. Guess what? The head of the school gave his child the best teacher the next year. He has white glove treatment for his children now because they don't want conflict. They don't want you to complain. So maybe the best thing you can do for your child, both now and in the future, is to complain to get your rights to do what is best for your child. If you found this helpful, please subscribe.